Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trial and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying this is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. What up, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. I'm out here with a little one, frowning, looking at me like I owe him something. Listen, my first timers, hey, y'all check your boy out. I'm all about growth, getting better, together, forever, building a community of people who want to get better, building a community of people who just want to look up different ideas, who are interested in getting better. So with that being said, today I wanted to talk about overwhelming yourself. And that's just something that I do. It's something that I do because I'm an individual who prides himself on staying ready, so I ain't got to get ready. I'm an individual who just am absolutely curious in seeing how much growth there is, and what can I apply to myself to get better. Okay, buddy. So listen, today, like I said, I just want to talk about how we can overwhelm ourselves. We can overwhelm ourselves with tomorrow, next week, next year, the next hour. Move, Shadow. And that's what I do. And when I do it, I have to talk to myself out of doing it. I have to talk myself from continuously doing it. For example, just today, I'm already telling myself how I'm gonna feel tomorrow from preventing myself from that feeling. I was already telling myself how I'm gonna feel Sunday so I can prevent myself. I was already telling myself what things are going to occur Monday. Our minds aren't equipped to hold that much information and that much preparation, and that's what causes us to become tired. That's why people are walking around overwhelmed. And I mentioned this before, and I absolutely pride myself on staying ready, so I ain't got to get ready. I absolutely pride myself on being prepared for life. But as I said before, a lot of things we can't prepare ourselves for, and a lot of things I kind of think shouldn't. And I say shouldn't because it's what causes life to be what it is. It's what causes life to be mysterious, to be beautiful, to be wonderful. Because a lot of things we just have to experience, and a lot of things we should experience. That's what causes growth. That's what causes joy, happiness, and fulfillment from the unexpected events that happen in life. And of course, both good and bad. And that's just how life is. That's what life is a representation of. So don't overwhelm yourself. Write down your goals, write down a list, and from there, do what you can, and just leave the rest in God's hands. That's my mantra. That's what I tell myself every single day, especially when I become worrisome, especially when there's things that I just have no control over at all. I just tell myself, God knows, and I'll do what I can, and I leave the rest in God's hands, once again. So if you're an individual like me, like myself, who tries to be prepared for life and its events, if you know it's going to happen, okay, write it down, try to meditate, but for things that you don't know, hey, just pray about it. Pray about the unexpected events. Change is inevitable, so just, meditate on that, and the rest, like I said, just leave in God's hands. God knows, and if you're a man of faith, if you're a man that believes in a higher power, you know that God gives us trials and tribulations for growth, and God doesn't give us too much of what we can handle. And I love reminding myself that because it keeps me at peace. It keeps me from becoming too worried and becoming too stressed. Shadow! So, what you doing by that fence? You knows yourself. I'm just surrounded by nosy. Nuh-uh, buddy. I'm 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 surrounded by nosy, hard-headed individuals. That was gum, people. Don't get too disgusted. Again, people, I absolutely apologize for the unprofessionalism that I have. Again, I have a 3-year-old that I watch all week. So, but hey, listen, this is what I do. You know, I make time for therapy, and I have multiple therapeutic sessions. That's working out in this. So this is what I got to do, and this is what I feel obliged to do, and that's why I'm doing it. But again, back to the overwhelming. Um, and again, I mentioned it before, but we can be our own worst enemy. We can give ourselves our own anxiety. We can give ourselves our own worry about the future because we don't know what it holds, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't. We should live in the now and the present because that's what the present is. It's a present. So enjoy it, and for the future, just pray about it. And like I said, some things we know are going to happen. You know, we're told or we know ahead of time, but a lot of things we don't. And you really can't do nothing about it. You can just, like I said, talk to yourself in a positive way. Remind yourself you have what it takes, whatever challenge it is, and just keep on keeping on, people. Keep on keeping on. Don't let life and its unexpected events cause you to become sedentary, cause you to become stuck. You know, keep on grinding, keep on praying, and keep on staying at it. You know, keep on being the beast that you can become and that you are, and that you can be capable of. And that's why I love life so much, because it has its challenges. And of course, some challenges I don't ask for, and a lot of challenges we don't ask for, and a lot of challenges we, at the moment, don't think we're capable of overcoming, but you are. That's why you got to remind yourself of what you've already became. And you got to remind yourself of all the things that you already overcome. And you got to remind yourself of the challenges that made you become what you are. So, don't try to get too overhead. Don't try to become too overzealous, because that's what keeps you up at night. That's what can keep you up at night. That's what can cause you to become so tired and overwhelmed, because you look into the future so much. You know, you're not even over today and its challenges. So, why think about tomorrow? It's just no point, people. So I can admit that I've been my own worst enemy. I can admit that a lot of things that I feel, a lot of things I experience, I cause upon myself. And it's not bad. It's not too bad. I just don't dig, buddy. See here? Shadow sees you doing that. Um, I'm just always trying to, stay prepared. But like I said before, a lot of things you just aren't. Yeah, buddy, don't dig. A lot of things. Not right there. It's already a hole. A lot of things you just aren't able to prepare for. And I mentioned it before, like death. I think about that. I think too much. But I know it's going to occur to all of us. I know it has to happen. We're all going to leave Earth, and we leave Earth through death. But that's something that it happens every day to people all around the world, and I'm aware of that, and I always try to prepare for that. But like I said, that's what happens. You know, preparing for death, who does that? You know it's going to happen. You're aware of it, and you just got to live life. And here lately, thinking about death so much has caused me to become a little, I don't know the word to use, but it's prevented me from enjoying the present, the here and now, because I'm just thinking about how it's going to be when I no longer have that individual. And because of that, you can become attached. Because of that, you can be overprotective. You can become a lot of things, but you don't have to. And that's why, like I said, don't overwhelm yourself. Just live life one day, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 second, all at a time, and just keep enjoying life while living it right. It's possible to do both. And yes, you only live once, but when you live your life right, when you live your life just going all out, believing in yourself and taking a chance, taking that leap of faith, once is all you need. So, like I said, I absolutely feel obliged to make the videos that I make because they pop into my mind, and I do believe that's God's way of saying, hey, talk about it. There's somebody out there who needs to hear it. And a lot of times I need to hear it. I need to be reminded. So this is what I do. I mean, guys, you just don't understand. Before I started making these videos, I would talk like this throughout the day. Not being crazy, talking to myself back, but just talking to myself and just talking about life with the person that listens to me every single time. And that's, you know, God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Like I said, I'm a man of faith, but don't get it twisted. You know, I'll pop off on somebody in 1.23 seconds. So, yeah, buddy, that's it. Don't dig. And you know, I have my temptations, I have my mistakes, all that other stuff. But yeah, don't overwhelm yourself. Just take life one day at a time, people. Mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Hopefully you liked hearing what I had to say. Hopefully there's somebody out there who needed to be reminded. And if so, you're welcome. And if you didn't, you're welcome anyway. Like, subscribe, share. We're going to keep this thing on a consistent daily basis. And if there's something you guys want to hear me discuss, talk about, give you suggestions, go ahead and drop that thing up in the comments, and we can talk about it. We can talk about it. And of course, it has to be something that I'm familiar with. It has to be something that I actually experienced. There's been some things that have been suggested that I have no experience in whatsoever. So I'm just not an individual who's gonna talk about stuff that I just don't know anything about. So yeah, buddy, put it in there. All right, people, we're gonna go ahead and take off. The little one is doing stuff he has no business doing, and this dog over here wants some attention. So hey, it's Friday, y'all. Y'all made it. The weekend is right up on us, and if you're an individual like myself, you have to get ready to go to work. So that's life. That's just how it is. But hey, until next time, y'all. Mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. And we taking off.